Summer flooding, which saw floodwaters inundate homes in Sioux City's Riverside neighborhood. City leaders took a step tonight to extend the flood protection for them. Tonight, city council members voted to buy the properties at 1627 River Drive and 1635 River Drive as part of the city's Riverside Flood Improvement Project. The two homeowners agreed to sell their homes to the city. One sold for $141,000, the other for $150,000. The Big Sioux River sits just behind those properties. The newly constructed levees will hope to reduce the risk of future flooding in the Riverside area.
When it flooded, we noticed there was about 300 or 400 feet of dike that never got finished, and so unfortunately we have to acquire these houses from these people in order to extend that dike to hopefully make it more flood proof than what it was.
The city will also pay the homeowners closing costs and moving expenses.